Okay, hey, everyone's talking about it. It's the Snyder Cut, man. It's the Snyder Cut of Justice League. We finally got it. After years of whining and whining and whining from the cult. Um, and I went ahead and watched it. All 4 hours of it. Jesus Christ. I only saw the first Justice League, like the theatrical version, the one time in theaters. I've seen it a little bit here and there on cable over the years since. I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it. I thought it was a decent movie. Certainly better than Batman v Superman. Um, you know, certainly was a missed opportunity. They should to make a better movie. But so maybe they made a better movie now this time with given they gave him what 20-30 million dollars to shoot new footage and do new effects and stuff, and now it's a 4 hour movie. And is it better? I suppose. I suppose it's a little better. It's still not good. It's still just okay. And I, I've seen a lot of comments, people just raving over this thing. Like, oh my god, it's the greatest movie ever. It's complete vindication for Zack Snyder. Fuck Warner Brothers, fuck Marvel. It's an okay movie. There's no fucking reason whatsoever this thing should be 4 hours long. It's so badly paced. Um, and I don't know the original enough, the theatrical enough to pinpoint exactly what's new and what's changed. There's some stuff I recognized that they kept, and some stuff that's different, but just take it as its own movie. It's just way too fucking slow. The pacing is terrible. Every fucking scene takes at least a minute or two longer than it has to. Like, it's just really, really slow. You know, I would say, I like the Flash stuff a little more in this one, especially his first scene. I really enjoyed that. They got Iris West in there, or the future Iris West. I think she's going to be in the Flash movie. Cyborg. People are raving over Cyborg. Cyborg is a fucking dullard in this movie. I'm sorry, he just is. He's not. Was it Ray Fisher? He's not a very good actor. At least not in this. He's very, very dull. I know he's playing like obviously a cyborg, like half human, but he's supposed to have an emotional arc. It's not. It's not compelling. It's very, very dull. Um, you know, he's a little more fleshed out in this one. I mean, but he's still very, very dull. It's just not. It's just not a compelling character at all. Um, Everyone else is of the actual Justice League is kind of the same. Aquaman, I still fucking can't stand Jason. I'm sorry. I just find him to be just an empty vessel. Um, you know, I would say I like this both Justice Leagues better than the Aquaman movie. I hated the Aquaman movie. Um, you know, there's some good stuff with Batman and Wonder Woman, but a lot of it I think was just carried over from the other version. Um, Superman. I did like that we go way into this movie before they revive Superman. I don't remember how far into the other version it was before they revived him, but it was pretty quick. This one, it's like 2.5 hours in before they bring him back. You know, he's fine. I think he's been very poorly served since Man of Steel. I like Man of Steel more than either Justice League for sure, and more than BVS. You know, it's kind of what it is. Like, some people love the Snyder, dark slow mo action that you sure get a lot of it in this one. It's confusing as hell, especially when you gotta watch it on your phone when it's on HBO Max. It's like you don't know what the hell's going on half the time. I think there's a little more action on a couple of these things. Again, I don't remember exactly what was going on in the original version. It seemed like the action sequences were a little longer in this one. It's look, people are raving over this. They like it, fine. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. But it's they're way overhyping it because they way over. I mean, these are probably the same people who to this day will defend Batman v Superman as some misunderstood classic. You know, again, it's fine. There's no fucking reason this thing has to be 4 hours. If this thing was like a good 2.5, 2:45, it would probably be a whole lot better. And there's no reason it couldn't have been, but they kind of just throw everything in there. This is like you shoot a movie and you have all these deleted scenes. This is like putting all the deleted scenes. Like everything is in there. I can't imagine there's anything that was shot that isn't in this thing. And it's noticeable. It's such a bloated movie. It's like Avengers Endgame was really long too, but that, you know, that wasn't bloated like that. Like the pace was much, you know, infinitely better on that. And then like they have the epilogue on this. It's just a fucking mess. It's just like a mess of like teasers and cliffhangers and scenes that don't connect to anything. I mean, unless they would have connected to future movies that may or may not ever happen. It's just a mess of just crap. It's really bad. You know, I was kind of on board with this thing for about the first half of it, but then it, you know, really the whole big action third act is kind of just meh, and then the epilogue is just a mess. And you know, again, I put it about even with the theatrical version. It's like instead of a pretty average 2-hour movie, you have an average 4-hour movie. You know, that's probably it's probably a better movie, but the bloated running time really saps you. Like I had to take breaks during this thing just out of kind of boredom. I mean, I wasn't, you know, was very rarely into this at all, but you know, I probably, maybe I would say I like this more than Wonder Woman 84, which is another one that was too long. Like that movie shouldn't have been as long as it was. You know, I don't know that it's going to change what they do with future movies. It's just like, you know, they never would have released this. Like people talk about, oh, Zack Snyder got to, you know, see his vision. Well, this wouldn't have been in theaters. There's no way they would have done this. Maybe as a 2-parter, but I mean, then you'd have to, you know, expand the thing even more. You know, so. All right. I don't do movie reviews very much because there, frankly, since I've been doing videos, there haven't been many movies to even talk about. But hey, what the hell. So yeah, I give this, you know, like out of 10. I'd probably give the theatrical version a 6.5. I'd probably give this probably a 6.5 too. Like, it's just okay. It's you know, the people who spent years demanding this thing, I'm sure they're happy. Seems like they're happy, and that's fine. The people who really didn't care, like me, I didn't care if there was ever another version of Justice League. You know, it's, you know, it was worth watching once, but I don't think I would ever go back and watch it again.